So in this lesson of the course, we will try to create a password generator using Python. So for that, we're going to be using two different built-in libraries of Python that are string and random. So for that, I will just try to import them first. So I will just do import string and import random. So for generating the passwords, we will create a function named as f passgen. So basically this password generator will generate a random password for us, and we can provide the length of the password from our end. So let's say we want to create a password with 14 characters. So we can just pass them in here and it will just create a random password for us. It will be containing numbers, special characters, uppercase letters and lowercase letters. Let's try to first create a variable name s1 that will be equals to string. So we are going to be using the string library to get all the ASCII characters in the lowercase inside this variable, which is s1. So if I just try to print out what all things are there in the s1, and if we just run this function at the end of our code, so you will be able to see that will be containing all the characters from A to Z in lowercase. You can see here are all the letters from A to Z, and if I just do a duplicate of it, and this time we will set it to s2, and instead of lowercase we will get it in uppercase. I will just try to save the code and run it again. So you can see now we have all the letters from A to Z in uppercase and as well as lowercase. Now we also need the numbers from 0 to 9. So for that we will do s3, that will be equals to string, and all these functions are built-in function in the string library, so we don't need to type all the things manually. And we will do string dot digits, and we will just try to print out the digits as well. We'll just do s3. Let's try to run the code and see, and you can see that we have the numbers from 0 to 9 added into our string. So we have the string s3 as well. So after getting all the numbers, we also need to add the special symbols in it as well. So for that we will create another variable s4 that will be equals to string dot punctuation. So it will get all the special characters for us, and if I just try to print it out, so you will be able to see that all the special characters are inside this variable that we have created, which is s4. So now I think we have all the required characters that we need in our password. So I will just try to remove all the print statement from here. And after that, what we want to do is we want to take an input from the user that what should be the length of the password. So for that we will create a variable as password length, and this variable will be in the form of integer, and it will be an input from our user. So in this input I will just add enter the length, the password, and let's say we want to add a new line as well. So we will take the input from the user in a new line. So after getting the input from the user, what we want to do is we want to create a list of all these 4 strings that we have created in here. So I will just do s, which will be equals to a blank list, and after that in a new line we will do s dot extend, and inside this we will pass list, and we will extend this list, which is s1. And similarly we will do the same for the remaining 3 strings. So let's try to copy it and change it to s2. I will do the same for s3 and the S4 as well. And if I just try to print out what is the value of S, for now I will just comment out the length of the password from here. And if I just try to save the code and try to run it, you can see on the output screen that so all the characters from A to Z are separated with quotations and a comma in between them. So you can see here is what the output looks like, and it is in the form of a single list. So we have all the characters that we need in a single list, which is the list S that we have created. So now it will be easy for us to generate the password randomly with the help of all the characters, special symbols and digits present in the list. So after that, what we will do is we will just try to randomize all these characters in this list. So for that, I will use the module that we have imported, which is random. So I will do random.shuffle. So this is a built-in function in this library, and inside this shuffle function we will pass our list, which is S. And if I just try to save the code and try to run it, so you can see all the characters, symbols and the digits are randomized in the output list that we have now. So you can see the first character is D, after that there is a special symbol, and all the other things present in this list are randomized now. So we can use this randomized list to generate random passwords. So every time we will run this code, it will shuffle this entire list randomly. So we will get a unique password every time whenever we try to create a new password. So once we are done with that, we will create the password for the user. So we will create a variable name password that will be equals to. So in parenthesis, we will add double inverted commas and do dot join. And after that, we will add another parenthesis in which we will pass the string S, and we will try to set the length of the password. So in here, we will start from the 0th character of the list. So we want to start the password from the 0th character of this list and go up to the value that the user has provided, which will be the password length. So I will just uncomment this from here, and in here I will just add password underscore length, and using this double inverted commas dot join, it will join all the characters that are in the password and show it as a single output on the output screen. So if I just try to print out the password, and if I try to save the code, and if we run it, so it should ask us to enter the length of the password. I think I have misspelled something here, so it would be off. If I just try to save the code and run it again, so you can see enter the length of the password. Now I will add a length of 12, and if I hit enter, so you can see on the output screen that we have a password with the length of 12, and here is the random password that it has created. And you can see it is a combination of uppercase letters, some special symbols, lowercase letters as well. So this is how we can generate a random password using Python and different modules that are available like random and string. So if I just try to run it again, so let's say we want a password of 20 characters. So if I just hit enter, you can see that it has generated a password which is a random password using all the elements present in the list that we have created, which is the S list, in which we have added all the lowercase letter, uppercase letter, digits and punctuation marks or the special symbols, and it has generated a 20 character random password for us that we can use on any other website that we want. So it will generate a unique password every time, and it will be a secure password for us that we can use on our different websites that we sign up for. So anytime you want to generate different password for any of the website, you can use this program to generate random passwords for you. And additionally, you can create another file where you can store these passwords as well. So you can use a CSV file or a text file where you are storing these passwords for further use. So if you forget the password, you will be able to recover that password from these kinds of files that you will be able to create. You can even add them into a database. Let's say you want to create a password for Instagram or Facebook, so you can ask the user for which platform you want to create the password for. so it will be storing that as well. So for your Facebook password, it will store that password in front of field that says Facebook password or something like that. You can add multiple things into it. So it's up to your imagination what you want to add in this password generator application that we have created. So that was it for this lesson. Let's move to the next lesson of our course.